Right now, all the bears are comparing Bitcoin's price action to the psychology of a market cycle. Bears think we are right here, and we have another year of this grinding sideways action. But the length of the decline has been over the course of 1 year. Based on time and price, I believe we're around here. Ultimately, most people will agree that we're in this zone right here. Now, if we look at the simplified market cycle, we're not at the peak, point of maximum financial risk. We're at the trough, point of maximum financial opportunity. Bitcoin just printed a new monthly candle that confirms the start of a new 4-year cycle, which is very bullish, but that doesn't mean that we could potentially pull back another 10-15% in the meantime. This is the Bitcoin CME futures chart, which doesn't trade Bitcoin on the weekends, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. And we can see there's a gap right there. So there's a possibility we can just fill that gap real quick, and that would be like a 10% drop. So this gap happened right at a key level of support and resistance. We can see some interaction here between the bulls and bears at this level at around $20,000. So it does make sense if Bitcoin were to pull back right now, drop past its 200-day moving average, it does make sense to retest this level. Please don't let a 10 to 15% drop freak you out, man. We're about to go into a crazy freaking bull cycle here. Bitcoin has been moving in 4-year cycles ever since its inception back in 2009. We can see that it went, this is about 3 years up and almost like about 6 months down. But after that, it went 3 years up, 1 year down, 3 years up, 1 year down. And this is 2019 right now, 3 years up, and here we go where it dropped in this crazy downtrend for an entire year down, and we finally printed a crazy monthly candle. So I know it seems kind of crazy that things can be so cyclical, and how is that even possible? Well, in my opinion, the charts are based on human emotions manifested into reality. So price action right here is really a reflection of human behavior. Nature itself is cyclical. There's seasons, moon phases, bears hibernating, birds migrating, menstrual stuff like that. You get the picture. By being aware of these repeating patterns that are the result of the cyclical nature of human behavior, you can pretty much be like an Aztec king that knows that has an understanding of celestial cycles and knows when the next solar eclipse is going to happen. And if they knew that, then they can leverage that information to control everyone's perception of reality. That sounds crazy, I know, but look at this. This right here, let's zoom in. This big green bullish candle right here is Bitcoin's solar eclipse. It just took out all these tiny little blood moons for months. What further confirms my bias that this is the start of a new 4-year cycle is the volume. So I like to keep it simple and just use one indicator, which is the on-balance volume. And for me, price equals reality and volume equals the effort used to produce that reality. So we've been looking at everything from the monthly perspective, but if we go into the weekly chart, we can get a more precise view of what we're looking at. With the on-balance volume, I actually added a moving average, which is 21 units. So we go from the very beginning, we can see that during a bull market, the on-balance volume is trending above its 21-week moving average. And once it drops below, it is the start of a bear market. And it trends up, bull market, we can see that. And once it breaks past down the 21 moving average, it is the bear market. And so on and so forth. So now that we skip back to where we're at here, we can see that clearly that during a bullish phase of the market, the on-balance volume has been bouncing above the 21-week moving average. So once it started to trend below it, we found ourselves in a bear market. So here we are now where the on-balance volume has finally popped above its 21-week moving average. And it also produced a bullish divergence where the indicator was trending slightly upwards while the price was going down. Eventually, price, reality, caught up with the effort used to produce this result. So yeah, Bitcoin can drop another 10% down to $20,000, but that's really insignificant to where I think we can be at the top of this market cycle. Right now, if you think about it, we're only in month 2 out of this 4-year cycle, which consists of many, many more months ahead of us. At the top of this market cycle, I think Bitcoin can get past $100,000. It could probably get to 200,000 just because Bitcoin now has NFTs. And if you look at the previous market cycle, yes, maybe a few select altcoins probably did a 10x like Solana, but all of the gains were to be had in NFTs. NFTs did like a 50 to 500x return. I remember Bored Ape Yacht Club, I remember seeing that for $600. I was going to put one whole ETH and buy a couple of them, and I didn't. Instead, I bought some other stuff. But I remember seeing when Bored Ape Yacht Club hit $300,000, and I thought, damn, I could have been a millionaire if I had just bought a couple of those. But I mean, I made some profits. Blur.io is an awesome NFT marketplace, and if you connect your wallet to it, you can see that it detects all your activity and generates your profit and loss. So you can see that in the last bull market, I did spend roughly about 5 ETH, and I cashed out to about 22 ETH. So at the time, that was around, when ETH was around $3,000, that was around $66,000 in profits. So I am very bullish on NFTs, and there are very specific NFTs I purchased this time around during the bear market that I think will get me to that millionaire status in this market cycle, and I am going to share that with you. But so going back to Bitcoin, the fact that you can have NFTs minted on chain, not some layer on top of it, but on chain, it's inevitable that the next Bored Ape Yacht Club or CryptoPunks is going to be minted on the Bitcoin blockchain. And once that is discovered and people rally around a certain collection, I mean, and people realize that you can have a store of value minted on top of another store of value, which is Bitcoin, it's just going to go to the freaking moon. So subscribe to this channel if you want to. Oh, I forgot. There's one more thing I need to mention. I actually think Bitcoin is not going to go 3 years up and 1 year down like previous market cycles. I actually think it's going to go 1 to 2 years up and 2 to 3 years down in a bear cycle. I have evidence to support my theory. Just subscribe to this channel, and in my next video, I'm not sure if I'm going to talk about NFTs or this left translated cycle where we have an extended bear market. I'll think about that. But if you comment below and let me know what your thoughts are, then I will oblige.